what did you say when you went to use the drop saw?
That I was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. What did I learn? I learned a lot about moisture in wood.
Why is that, Caleb?
Watching it happen before my eyes.
Mm.
It literally happened before my eyes. And I was pretty good at the drop saw.
Hey, yeah. You got into it almost immediately.
Yeah.
What?
And my stance.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So can you just bear with me a minute? I just want to know, what was the transition between, when did the transition happen when you went, either I'm safe or I'm okay? What was your thought?
I think it was after I'd made a few cuts and I could see the difference that it was making.
Yay, I just cut my first piece of wood ever.
Show us. And tell me what that was like.
That was really therapeutic, actually. I really enjoyed it.
What did you use?
I used the tenon saw. I got my little groove, and then I went backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards.
And how good is it?
So good. And look, it's nice and straight. There's no tears.
Woohoo!
I think I'm pretty good at this.
And the reason why we stop at 400 is because if you're going to put a finish on that, then if you've sanded it more than 400, then you've closed the cells and the finish won't penetrate.
I enjoyed everything, and I mean everything. I enjoyed learning about the tools and practically doing it, but I really enjoyed your teaching method the most. I know I said that yesterday, but I called a teacher friend on the way home and I was like, if all teachers were as patient and thorough and encouraging, you could learn literally anything.
What did you enjoy overall, Jane?
I think having a whole weekend dedicated to doing something for me, learning new stuff and being with a group of women all with a common interest, it's just been awesome. And you have been awesome as a teacher, so thank you. It's been great to get to know you. What have I learned? I've learnt that I'm capable of learning so much more. So there's so much I want to do with wood, and I haven't really had the confidence, and I've dabbled in it a bit. I've had a Makita drill sitting in a cupboard in its case since Christmas, and I haven't had the confidence to take it out. So I'm now going to go home and use that drill without hesitation. What have I enjoyed most? I think it's just the appreciation that I can do it, and I want to do a whole lot more. So it's just driving me forward. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
I've learned how to use a drill properly. Can you believe it? I've been using a drill for 40 years or something. Thank you, because I really was just winding things up and down, and I had no idea about 1 and 2. I'm sure my drills got on it, but I really don't know. anyway, I've learned how to use a drill properly. I've learned how to drill a hole and then how to put a screw in, which I just thought was the same
Weekend
thing.
thoroughly, working with other ladies and your explanations of things. I have enjoyed the light bulb moments of things that I've either worked with my husband to do before but not realised the why behind it, and he's just done stuff and I've either copied or he set it up for me, so to be able to know how to choose that myself. I have really enjoyed learning about this drilling and then the screwing and how to do the settings on the drill, because that's always been a hand it back to husband, he fixes it, gives you the drill, and then not actually knowing. Even the little do up the chuck bit, like that's life-changing. And I've forgotten the last question.
What are you happy with overall?
Well, actually how it's come together, it's really good. I'm happy with how smooth it feels, because I quite like sanding and having it super smooth. I am happy with my chiseling and my housing joint. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And yeah, the drilling and my screws. So, yes. Thank you.
Well done.
It was a great time. I wasn't sure. I always thought I'd like woodwork, but I wasn't sure. But I really loved it.
Oh, did you? Oh,
And
good.
so it's really inspired me to go on and learn more and do more, which is good. So yeah, and there's lovely people, and lovely setting, and really clear instructions. So I really like the way it was taught. Yeah, and hopefully we'll remember.
I'll take away is what I was hoping to get out of this course in the first place, which is just like the mindfulness and the way that you approach woodworking, which is just in such a like gentle, beautiful, mindful way, and that's just something to carry into like other aspects of my life, but definitely hopefully this as a bit of a hobby. And I'm just very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
I miss that little joke.
No, you miss other people's reactions. So she's going, okay, maybe. No, I won't. Okay.
Joe, what did you enjoy on the course overall?
What did I enjoy? I actually enjoyed the big machinery, the drop saw behind us, working with larger tools. Although working with the accuracy of smaller tools was really great, and learning those little techniques. But working with something as large as the drop saw was fantastic.
Great. What did you learn overall?
Yeah, the accuracy thing is important, the precision, but that's what I came for. I actually came because they're all of the things that are missing in most types of videos that you see online or projects that you see in lots of different books and things like that. It's the nuances of how to get a finish, where to cut the line, how to measure twice. And it's not a case of measuring twice. It's being very, very accurate and actually understanding how the wood performs. So having an insight into the timbers, which you gave me.
Did you find it tedious to be so accurate?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's actually being in your own headspace in a workshop. I think we all found was really nice, and being around a community of people who are just as engaged, who are the tribe you want to be with, means that you can just bounce things off people as well.
Lovely. And what did you do well overall? What did you feel like you achieved?
Maybe the answers to some of the questions that I've had running around my brain. They weren't. It was like the penny dropped on a number of things. We've gone. I've always studied how that butt happens, or that finish might happen, or how that drops, and why something splinters the way it does. But I haven't ever got an accurate answer, or I haven't actually asked the right person. And sometimes it's just finding the right person to ask the question and getting the answer in a visual format rather than a written format. Seeing the result, splitting the wood.
Lovely. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel really good. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Do it all again and again and again and again. It's great.
Yeah,
It was really good. Yeah. And a nice project. I didn't want to do anything where I came home with feeling like, oh, I've made a toolbox and now I'm never going to do anything again. It was the understanding of most things are boxes and frames, and if you can strategize that in your head, that most things are boxes and frames that are out in our environment, it's amazing how that changes your perspective. And you can design something to build because it's either a frame or a box. It's just the dressing around it that changes. Great, well done.
Thank you.
Excellent.
I feel like the novice in the group, really, because I hadn't, I played with wood and learnt to love it as a little child with my grandfather, but I hadn't done anything since then. So even though we had tools at home, I'd never drilled, I'd never done anything at all. I've not cut anything. So I'm the same. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out, because the last time I tried to make just by drilling, I put together a piece of prefabricated furniture. It was so wonky it now lies under the kids' beds. So, so I think I really like the way that Pat has done so much explicit teaching, and it's been so sequential, and we've been able to listen and learn and find out what's important, demonstration, and then we've gone on and had a go at doing it. Plus the hands-on support as we're doing it. It's been really great. And yeah, I've learned everything, really, because I didn't have anything to start with. And I'm a bit like Sue, I've been waiting to do this course for years. And I'm so pleased that I did it. This is my Christmas present from my mum and dad to do this course. And it's, yeah, I'm the same. I feel really proud. This is going to be a shelf in our ensuite. I just need to add another couple of shelves and do the backing, and
So you feel confident to do that at
yeah.
home?
Yeah, I do. And I also feel confident to show Frankie how to do a few things, my husband, who is also a very self-taught carpenter, I guess, handyman, more handyman than carpenter. And he's really keen to hear what I've learned, which is really, really nice. So yeah, just learning how to do everything so perfectly, and measuring and just caring so much for the project that you're making, and to go slow and to do it with love, I think has been a really big thing. Not just to do it as quickly as you can, but to really appreciate all the time that you're putting into it, so that you love it at the end. It's been really, really good. So yeah, thanks so much, Pat. It's been wonderful.
Thank you, Susan.
And thanks everyone else in the group. It's been such a lovely group of people. Yeah, so thank you.
Your teaching style, and yeah, the attention to detail and the patience you had with us, and yeah, I think learning from the beginning all these steps that I know are basic to a lot of people, but I've never done any of this stuff. And also I really liked learning the power tools.
Just for me, it was like doing something completely different that I've never thought about or done before. So it was like just, you know, having a new skill now to go out, and I'm just thinking about that's just what I want to do in my spare time, just tinker with wood and play around and see what else I can do. Yeah, so thank you. I loved it.
Discovering the joy of this. I didn't think that I didn't expect to do that. I expected to come and learn some skills and leave knowing how to make things, but I didn't expect it to be joyful. It really is. It's fantastic.
Agnes, what did you enjoy
from the Woodwork for Women workshop?
I really enjoyed the slow pace because it's a lot of information to digest in the 2 days workshop, and I really love the slow pace. So, and what I particularly like is that you teach us one thing, you say one thing, and then you demonstrate. And I really like that. Instead of going, oh, these are all the steps. So I really like the deconstruction steps. That worked really well for me, for my brain.
What did you enjoy overall?
I think the biggest thing I enjoyed was feeling empowered, to be honest. I just was able to ask so many questions in such a safe space and just learn so much in such depth, and that was just so exciting.
I really love the course. I found it really empowering. I've been sort of just slapping things together and not really knowing what I'm doing, and just, you know, being able to cut straight, being able to drill straight, those things like that are just so fundamental. So I really loved, you know, the amount of practical that was involved, and yeah.
I've enjoyed learning new skills, which has given me the courage to go and try some more stuff at home, is because I've got things I want to do, and just actually making that first step to pick up something and cut it. And so having that measuring and thinking, and I think you said, Anna, patience. I need patience. I do not have patience. So really understanding that and actually finding that I can do that has been really life-changing for me. So I'm going to spend more time doing that at home. I've also loved working with all of you. It's been fantastic. So what did I learn? I learned a lot. I've learned a lot about me, and I've learned a lot about taking a step forward with doing the woodworking, which I have wanted to do for a long time. And I've also learned that it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, because I'm never going to get it exactly perfect, but this is good. I'm happy with it. And if I'm happy with it, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. So that's it. For me, it's about what's in the colour of the wood is, you know, like the patterns and the designs are what I love about wood, and that's what I focused on more perhaps than the shape or what it was I was making. I will put it back on it. It is going to hold nice sauces and things for the barbecue, but yes, I'm very happy with it. Thank you all.
I enjoy learning how to work actually with timber. It's really interesting because once you understand the material, you can start like making decisions better. And if you don't understand it, you wouldn't be able to do this beauty piece that I have on my hands right now.